Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. This is your weekly Ring of Honor Wrestling review. The show I'm reviewing was taped on the 21st or the 19th or the 17th, depending on how and when and where you watch this show. I watched this on the Comet TV. Well, I didn't actually. I watched it on the Ring of Honor's website. That's another way of watching it. But if you watch this on Comet TV, it aired on the 21st. If you watch this on the Fight TV app on the 19th, syndicated television broadcasting the 17th. So A, thank you for joining me. And B, what do you give this show? Do you give the show a win? Do you give this show a loss? Or do you give this show a tie? Now, for me personally, I think this is difficult. I feel the show felt dated as usual with the weekly television programming anyway. But I felt that I'm going to give it a strong tie to a weak win, just depending on what mood you catch me in. It really will depend on what mood you do catch me in. But I'm going to give the show a weak win because I thought it did its job, and that was to get me kind of excited for All-Star Extravaganza, as well as continue to build rivalries, as well as have some just good pro wrestling, which is what Ring of Honor does best. This was taped from Las Vegas. I think this was taped after the Best in the World TV taping, which was a couple of months ago now. It does feel very dated. Steve Corino, he comes out, he's returning to color commentary. He gets his own entrance because Steve Corino's music hit. I'm like, okay, what's he going to do? But please do not tell me we're going to continue this feud with BJ Whitmer. Please tell me we're not going to continue this feud with BJ Whitmer. And the Lord answered. Thankfully, Steve Corino's in commentary with Kevin Kelly. The Cabinet versus the Bullet Club was the opening match. The Cabinet is the All Night Express and Caprice Coleman. I hate Caprice Coleman so much, but it was the All Night Express versus the Bullet Club's Tama Tonga and Tonga Roa in the opening match for this hour. The Cabinet's entrance is a really strange one. It's like, imagine Adam Rose. Imagine that entrance, with all the idiots and imbeciles running around. It was like that, but the difference is Adam Rose, had the pyro and had the big building, had all the flashlights. Now, that's not disrespectful to Ring of Honor in any way, shape, or form. I just do believe that it just didn't look as good as what it did in WWE. And then that's just, I shouldn't compare, and I moan at people for doing that. It's just, this was a complete knockoff of that. And this wasn't as good. Normally I say, look, TNA is better, Ring of Honor is better, New Japan Pro Wrestling is better. But I actually think that the Adam Rose stick, where he did his entrance, was a lot better in WWE than what it was here. Maybe it's just because I don't care about the Cabinet. I really don't. And I'm going to put it out here now. Caprice Coleman, for me, even though he wasn't even in this match, he was just outside managing. He reminds me, and if you're a WWE fan exclusively listening to this, he reminds me, and if you haven't checked out my SmackDown Live review, please do so. I refer to them as the Usos. Now, not to spoil too much, but I went on a 5-minute tangent on why I hate the Usos so goddamn much. And it's deservedly so, in my opinion. I think they're pieces of shit. I think they're dull. I think they're boring. You could change them face, you could change them twin, you could change them babyface. I don't care. I don't like them. I think they're boring. I think they're dull. They do the same thing every single match. Caprice Coleman, he's like the Usos of Ring of Honor. I don't care. He could be babyface. He could be tweener. He could be heel. Like, since I've known him in Ring of Honor, well, not I've personally not known him, but since I've followed him wrestling, unfortunately, he went from CNC Wrestle Factory to then being this solo guy who comes out like a Christian, kind of. And now he's with the Cabinet. The CNC Wrestle Factory was okay because that was 5 years ago now, so he was kind of, still kind of new, but now he just seems very old. He's like Christopher Daniels. He's just there because he has to be. Christopher Daniels, you piece of shit. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't like Christopher Daniels. Send the heat my way. 10, 15 years ago, all worship the god Christopher Daniels. 2016, Christopher Daniels can go fuck himself. King gets the hot tag, and this is just, if you disagree with me, quite frankly, I'm going to call you a liar. Ring of Honor has the very best tag team division in the whole fucking world. Without fail. Easily the best tag team division in the world. Let's run it down. All Night Express. Gorillas of Destiny here with Tonga Roa. Bullet Club. The Addiction. Roppongi Vice. Shane Taylor and Keith Lee, War Machine, Motor City Machine Guns, The Addiction, Tanahashi and Michael Elgin. I could go on. And Beer City Bruiser and Silas Young. There is such a great different teams. The depth. They probably have the equal depth to Raw and SmackDown combined. So that's 12 teams. And you got to remember, those teams like the Ascension, if we count them as a team, you're rather generous. I count them as a half. But it's just crazy how in-depth their divisions are. It's like the TV division with Bobby Fish. It's such a great division. The main World Championship division. It's incredible. I love how the divisions are so segregated from each other that they never clash. They never collide. You have a TV division, a World Title division, and a tag division. This show was highlighting the tag division, and it was absolutely magnificent. As I said, Kenny King did get the hot tag. Red Titus has one underrated motherfucking dropkick. Just my opinion. This match, obviously, because it's a heel versus heel, from what I've been following recently anyway, which, I'm not really a fan of. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of this heel versus heel. I just want a babyface who I can root for and a heel I can hate. Why I like Ziggler and Miz, the dynamic of the match just works really well for me. It was just a really strange match. There was no heel heat spot. There's no, there was a hot tag, but then the Gorillas of Destiny got a hot tag as well. It's just a really strange layout, and I understand what they're trying to do here, having the Cabinet and the Bullet Club, two factions in Ring of Honor Wrestling here, but I just don't particularly like it a lot. King hits a nice slingshot corkscrew splash to the floor. Gorillas of Destiny hit a powerbomb into a cutter for 2. Tonka hits a Superman punch, and the Gorilla hit Guerrilla Warfare to get the win. Decent tag match, 2 stars, 2.5. Kind of nothing, to go out blowing my mind, saying you go out of your way, you have to watch this now. But if you were watching it, you'd be like, okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good next. It wasn't, that was awesome, I'm going to watch that. I'm going to tell my children what it was. It was still pretty damn good. We have a video package of Naito leaving Lethal in a tag team match. Lethal cuts a promo saying that what he did was the second worst day of his life. And the first worst day of his life will be at All-Star Extravaganza when he kicks Naito's ass. That was a great promo. I love this. This was a really good promo from Lethal. And I'm surprised how good he is as a babyface. I thought, okay, they're just going to be heel, and obviously there's no Truth Martini. But I'm a big fan of this babyface Jay Lethal. I mean, he's been babyface before in TNA when he did the stick with Ric Flair and AJ Styles. Also before when he ripped off the Macho Man and was with SoCal Val, he was a pretty good babyface. But at this level, in a match against Naito, that's impressive. And I'm looking forward to that. I really, really am looking forward. I think Naito and Lethal will be absolutely out of this world and worth the price of the pay-per-view by itself. I'm extremely looking forward to that match. I really, really am. Here we go. Speaking of tag division, we continue. We have Shane Taylor and Keith Lee. I don't know what their actual name is, but I've just got them named as that. Versus Ken Phoenix and Ricardo Rojas, or Rojas. Taylor and Lee here are in a feud at the minute with War Machine, and you'll understand why in a minute. So Rojas keeps punching Lee. So Lee is in the corner. He's punching this Phoenix guy and punching him. And then Lee's coming from behind, punching him. And he's just pretending that Rojas isn't doing anything. And it's absolutely they just look like monsters. Taylor hits a really nice slam. Lee with a pop-up powerbomb, and Taylor hits a splash off the second rope for 3, which is actually pretty damn impressive considering the size of this men. If you've never seen them before, go in your Google machine right now and just type in Shane Taylor and Keith Lee. Maybe check out some of their work. But they're big, muscular men, and I mean big. So really good stuff there. And they made that squash match kind of enjoyable. But after the match, is what matters. They cut a promo on War Machine saying it doesn't end with one of us. Rephrase that. It doesn't end until one of us aren't breathing. Ray Rowe comes out. He's pissed off with Taylor for basically stabbing him in the back after giving him. Basically, the story is that Ray Rowe gave Taylor a home, a legit home, gave him a roof under his head. Over his head. That was quite embarrassing. Roof under his head. What a fucking toilet. A roof over his head and open doors for him to even get in Ring of Honor, and to stab him in the back like that is disrespectful. Decent. 2 good promos. It made me want to see them fight. Simple as that. It made me want to see these guys fight. Taylor not taking any shit, saying, you know what, it's all about me. Fuck everyone else. Rose like, why stab me in the back, you piece of shit? I like it. Simple. Oh, that was a bit scary. It's the fucking... Dude, what is it about this? I swear to God, this office is haunted. And they're legit shooting here. Like, you have that come off. You have the fucking printer over there go off. Absolutely fucking insanity. Adam Cole then cuts a promo. This is in the back. Adam Cole cuts a promo hyping next week's tag team matches is Adam Page and Adam Cole from the Bullet Club versus Michael Elgin and Tanahashi. As obviously Elgin is challenging Adam Cole for the World Heavyweight Championship of the Ring of Honor World Title at All-Star Extravaganza, which is next Sunday. So this is how pay-per-view wise it's going to line up for us. So we have the New Japan show, Destruction in Hiroshima, which aired today, which I'm going to watch. Maybe review tomorrow, but I know you guys want your TNA Impact Wrestling review. So I'm going to watch TNA first. If I have time, watch New Japan Destruction. And then you have, on Saturday, I'm going to be doing a PWG review. Sunday, it's Clash of Champions. Saturday after that, you have, it's Ring of Honor All-Star Extravaganza. The Sunday after that, it's Hell in a Cell. Sunday after that, it's Bound for Glory. And then in between that, you got Kings of Pro Wrestling. You got 2 more Destruction shows from New Japan. Dude, what a time to be alive. What a time to be a wrestling fan. Anyway, yeah, Adam Cole got promo hyping the tag match for next week. Then we have War Machine versus Shane Taylor and Lee. Taylor and Rowe just brawl from the get-go. The bell rings, they just lock eyes and just brawl and beat the utter shit out of each other. Nothing pre here, just pure brawling. Hanson gets your hot tag. Taylor hits one of the awesomest lariats and Saito suplex sequence I've ever seen in my life. Lee hits a Death Valley driver into a crossbody, which is absolutely insane. I'm a huge fan of this Shane Taylor and what's his name? Shane Taylor and Keith Lee. Now you guys know I'm not a fan of, out of shape wrestlers. I get on Kevin Owens quite a bit, Owens die, but I'm just being a dick because it's fun. But these two guys, they're not in good shape. They're quite big, they're quite chunky, should we say? But fuck me, these guys can go in the ring. They really can, and they both got decent promos, got good looks. I like it, I really do. I'm a big fan. Rowe then goes for his dive to the floor, but Taylor basically just launches a chair at his head, which caused a "This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome" moment. Unbelievable. I fucking hate that. I hate that. I'm so disappointed in Ring of Honor fans for chanting that. It really grinds my gears. There's nothing worse than seeing an imbecile stand up. This is awesome. I used to love it when they used to bash the barricade. ROH, ROH. That was a bit more fun than this is. Dude. It's not awesome. All he did was throw a chair at his head. You should go, oh, yeah, or boo. One of those, not this is awesome. Unbelievable. They continue to brawl. Taylor powerbombs Rowe into 2 set-up chairs in the ring, which is really nasty. They have a brawl for about another 10-15 seconds until security guards step in, thankfully. Hope War Machine versus Taylor and Lee are at All-Star Extravaganza. That's what I'm hoping, because at the minute I know we got Naito Lethal. You got Adam Cole versus Michael Elgin for the world title. You got Ladder War 6, which I'm just going to touch on in a minute, which is we'll announce that now. There's a video package airing hyping the Ladder War 6 at All-Star Extravaganza, which is in next Saturday. Basically, this is what Ladder War 6. It was next Friday. I do apologize. I'm just looking at my calendar at the bottom right-hand side of my laptop here, and it is next Friday. The All-Star Extravaganza 6 is, excuse me, being a bit of an imbecilic cock. That's good. I can have Saturday off. Die-fucking-gressing. You have Motor Machine Guns, Addiction, Young Bucks, 3-way tag team match. Now, the Ladder Wars I've seen All Night Express versus the Briscoes, Steen Generico. So I've seen 2. So this is my 3rd. Okay, I might have seen others in the past, but my Ring of Honor following is very on-off. I'm a huge Ring of Honor fan. I always watch their pay-per-views. I'm a bit on and off with their weekly television programming because I just feel that it's so inconsistently. It feels a bit dated to me, but this is good stuff, so I'm still going to watch it. So yeah, All-Star Extravaganza, I'm praying we get a War Machine and Taylor and Lee, and there must be, because that has to be the payoff. Has to be a payoff. Main event time. You have the Addiction, which is Christopher Daniels and Kazarian and Kamatachi. Sorry if I slaughtered that name. Versus Okada, your IWGP World Champion, Roppongi Vice. Okada's entrance here was fucking amazing. As he's walking to the ring, fans are throwing money at him. And it's absolutely out of this world. I think I've got tonsillitis coming, and I can feel like my glands getting really weird. So I apologize if my voice sounds a bit dodgy. I've got a cold and tonsillitis. That's not going to stop me reviewing pro wrestling. Unbelievable. So that I talked about Okada's entrance. I said earlier on Caprice Coleman reminds me of the Usos. Can we scrap that? Pretend I didn't say that. Caprice Coleman is to Ring of Honor what Mojo Rawley is. Okay, he's a piece of shit. I don't care what happens. He could lose his job, and I probably wouldn't notice. The Addiction of the Usos of the WWE, of Ring of Honor. Some people love him. Some people hate him. I dislike them a lot. And it pisses me off how they have such an in-depth tag team division, and these are the guys with the tag belts. It really, really pisses me off. It really, really does. I can't stand them. And you have Okada on one side, who probably is one of the, if not the best wrestler in the world right now. And he's facing Daniels, Kazarian, and Kamatachi. I felt so bad for him when he came out. I'm like, dude, you poor motherfucker. You poor, poor bastard. At least he got paid. How was Beretta? Okay, here's an interesting one. I did take notes. Obviously, I take notes on my old paper and pen here. Well, I'm halfway through PWG 13. A review of that will be up later this weekend. And it was Trent Beretta. I won't give out any spoilers, don't worry. Trent Beretta versus Chuck Taylor. And I wrote my notes on that. And I thought I was going to go into major detail on this. Why Trent Beretta isn't in the Cruiserweight division right now. I mean, we know he's with New Japan. We know he does some stuff with Evolve every now and then. He's in PWG a lot. But maybe they should just bring him back. I mean, I don't know his weight, but I'm pretty convinced he's under 205. And if not, they could just gimmick the fuck out of it and just say he is, because let's face it, it's not going to be official. So just have Trent Beretta in there, and you got. I think Trent Beretta could fit in pretty well there. That depends if he wants to, of course. I just think it'll be a good idea for Trent Beretta to go in WWE, in my opinion. Beretta does hit a running flip to the floor. Steve Corino, crash and burn. Love it when Steve Corino does crash and burn and mark out. Nasty springboard moonsault by Daniels, landing really badly on Beretta's neck. Like, dude, go retire or go fuck yourself, you toilet. Okada gets the hot tag. All 6-man spot. Romero dives to the floor. Kazarian slingshot DDT into the ring. Daniels hits the angel wings. Addiction hit the best Meltzer ever, which is a tombstone from Kazarian and a best moonsault ever from Daniels to get the win. I mean, a smart Okada didn't take the fall. You made champions look strong. 3-star, 3.25-star match. Not anything, again, you must go out of your way and see. Just an entertaining 1 hour of pro wrestling, entertaining build to All-Star Extravaganza as I close my notebook. There we are. Time for live comments if we have any. It'll be so, dude, one day I'm going to come on here and there's not going to be any live comments, and it's going to be one of the most humiliating and embarrassing moments of my whole entire life. Oh, here we go. At least we have one. Okay, we have one. I'll take that. It is from, let me see, Almonza Howard. Apologies if I just really badly slaughtered your name. He puts, what is your opinion on Adam Cole? I think he's amazing. I mean, this time 3 years ago, when he was with Future Shock with Kyle O'Reilly 3-4 years ago, I didn't really see much in him. I didn't picture him being this big star. But he joined the Bullet Club. At the start, I was kind of a bit iffy on that. I'm sort of like, okay, I'm not really a big fan. Quite frankly, I don't really give a fuck. But I'll take it. And I've actually really enjoyed his work with the Bullet Club. I know he's faced Will Ospreay today in New Japan, which I'll be looking forward to and watching maybe today or tomorrow, just depending on how long. I know I'm doing a Lucha Underground review with Sammy in about 40 minutes. I might watch the opening 40. I know it's got a Ricochet 6-man tag, because right now as I'm watching, let me see, I've actually got it loaded up here. I'm 13 minutes and 29 seconds into it, and it has 10s on there. So that I'm looking forward to watching that, maybe after this review for a little bit. But Adam Cole, I think he's a good wrestler, great on the mic, marketable look. Don't know why he's not WWE. It must be his choice. Maybe money. Money makes men do crazy things, and if that's not go to WWE at least once in their life, that's not go to WWE once in their life. Maybe doesn't want to train at Performance Center. Maybe don't want to go to NXT. Who knows? That's up for Adam Cole to decide. But yeah, thank you for your question. Thank you everyone for watching this show. Thank you for supporting the channel. Make sure you continue to support by hitting the subscribe button and watching all our great content. I'll be back in about 30 minutes with a Lucha Underground review with my boy Sammy Sinister. Looking forward to reviewing that great episode. Well, it wasn't great, actually. It was a good episode of Lucha Underground. From your host, LK, here from KocoSports.net. That's KocoSports.net. It's where the world goes to kick ass, your home for combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. From this passionate fan to that passionate fan. Stay safe. Stay well. I'll be catching your asses down the line.